Hi, it's Lenneke from Lenscrafty Live, and I've just started working on a challenge basically that LineDotArrow has in her Facebook group. LineDotArrow is Natalie. She's a fellow Dutchie, just like I am, and I am using the kit Threads of the Heart from Natalie from LineDotArrow. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I will pop a link to this challenge. It runs till the 2nd of July, and the challenge is to use envelopes and to make an envelope folio journal, if I'm correct. Now, I've never done this before, so you can see me make this and see me make probably lots of mistakes as well. So craft along with me if you want to. And let me first show you the envelopes that I am using. This is a large envelope. It's a new one with an opening here, and let me just show you. I'll take a bigger ruler. This is the one that I will use for the cover of this folio journal. It's 32.5 centimeters, which is 12¾ inch by 23 centimeters, which is 9 inches. So this will be the cover, and I'll take the flap on the right side, the opening on the right side, so it will fold like this. It's slightly larger than an A5 size. Then I have some envelopes here. Now these are actually envelopes for Oma and Opa. Opa and Oma, which means granddad and grandmother in Dutch. So now you've learned some Dutch as well. So there you go. Now these are actually from little cards from my daughters that they sent to my parents, or they gave the card to the parents, and I just happened to have the envelopes and that they gave them in. So I want to use these, and I'll show you how I'll use them. And this is an A5 paper size. I should give you the measurements, shouldn't I? This is 9 inches by 6 3/4, which is in centimeters, just over 16.2 centimeter by 22.9 centimeters. And this one I want to use on this flap. So I will close this and make an opening here. So I will stick it like so, because it's just the same height as the large envelope. And then it will open like so. And then you will have the large opening here. And this will be stuck together, and you will have a large opening on this side. So that's an extra pocket. Let me just, can't get it all in frame, can I? Can I? Yes, I can. Just about. Then I want to, what was the idea? Yes, I remember. Just have to think about this. This envelope, which is 12 centimeters by almost 16.9 centimeters. This is kind of your regular standard sized envelope, which, well, at least here it is in the Netherlands, which is almost 4.5 inch by 6, and I'm not at home in inches. You gotta help me out here. 6.5, 6, 5/8. Is that it? I'm sorry, I can't really, I'm not good at inches. So this one I want to glue actually inside, with the flap inside this pocket. So that goes here, and then the opening is over here. So that goes there, this one goes there. Then I've got these two. I want to put the small one, which is 4 by 4 probably. 4 by almost 4 inches. Oh, hit my lamp. And this is 10 centimeters by 10. I want to put this one here. So here I will fold it here, and of course I'm going to show you. I'm not sure if this is all confusing or whatever. I will fold it here. There you go. So that's the middle, and then this one folds in. Now this one is probably a little bit large to fold in because it's the exact same size, so I will have to trim off a little bit of that side, otherwise you see it doesn't line up here, and I do want them to line up, so we'll have to trim a little bit of that large envelope. So that flips out, that flips out. This one I want to put here at the top, but I don't want to have the pocket upside down. I want to have the pocket the right side up, so I will do it like so. So I just flipped over the flap. I want to glue it down there so it flips up, and you have the opening like right here. And this one, I want the opening to be upright, so this one actually goes upside down, and the opening flap I'll glue down there, and then you've also got the opening here at the top, and I'm just in frame, I know. So that's what I want to do, and I'll hope to do that in this session. So if you're interested in seeing me do all that and probably mess it all up, then hang around. Just put that large ruler out of the way, and now I'll show you this beautiful kit. It has absolutely stunning dress forms, mannequins, and these I have not printed on the back yet. Normally I do for making a journal, but I will use these papers, of course, to cover the envelopes, and I'm not sure yet which ones I'll use, so I have not printed on the back yet. And there are these absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous papers. Really, really love them. Love the sewing theme anyway. And dress forms, very pretty, beautiful dress forms all in here. And this one I think I'll use for the cover, so let me just pop that one on the top. And then there's this one with the gorgeous flowers, and this one with the I don't know how you call them, they're not bobbins, are they, for making lace making. Very pretty. Now, and these are kind of like background pages, so you know, I could use them on the envelopes as well, and then add pockets. And this is kind of a background page, and this is the last background page. So these are the full-sized pages. Now, of course, as you can see here, there's lots of ephemera as well. I think there's about eight pages of ephemera. Now these I have already printed on the back. Now this, I'm not sure if the camera picks it up, it's a very soft pink. It's avocado dyed, but I made the avocado dyed papers, I scanned them into my computer, and I've printed them on the back, so they're completely dry, completely flat to write on, to journal on. And I think I want to make a little booklet out of this beautiful card here at the bottom. Lots of ephemera. These, lots of cards. Really beautiful. Really, really like this kit. Yeah, that's the, I think on this one, I also printed on the back one of the papers from Natalie from the kit. Lots of tags and buttons here. 2 little envelopes, more tags. This is a, oh, I've got it upside down. Have I got them all upside down? I've got them upside down. This is a beautiful envelope as well, a large one. And this is gorgeous. Oh, I just love these dresses. Look at that. Oh, so very pretty. And these are like pockets, so you'll have to, I have not printed on the back because you won't see it when you make these pockets. You won't see the inside. So that's the ephemera. So let me just put that to one side. I won't get around to using those yet in this part, but I will be using these. So this is going to be part 1. Not sure how many parts there will be. No, this one goes like that. That one goes like that. Okay, so we'll first take the large envelope, and I think firstly I will already cut a sliver off. So I use my, I hope there's not too much glare. It's a little bit, you can see my lamp, yay! Let me get that out of the way. Hope you get enough light there. So I'll use my cutting mat. This one is probably in inches. Is that in inches? Probably. Yeah, so 1 square is 1 inch. So I think I'll take off ½ inch. So from the side, 2 of the little squares, and here at the bottom as well. Take my craft knife. I do have to put it straight. Yes, there you go. So I thought that's probably easier to do that right now before I've glued it down. So now I do want to glue this shut. I'll use a little bit of this glue. Be careful not to use too much glue, because you don't want it to spill onto this, because this will be your pocket now. So just a bit of glue over there. Do double check that you can still open it all the way. Hasn't spilled? No, it hasn't. And then I want to glue it on here. So this flap. So here you can just about see, hopefully you can see the fold line here. Maybe I should use a pencil, you can see it a bit. This is the fold line. And it's about ½ inch short of the fold line, which is about 1.5 centimeters. So now I want to glue down the whole flap. So put glue all over it. Of course, you know, if you want, you can wet the strip that's on the envelope flap already to close it. But just for ease, I won't. I'll just use the glue. Fold it over. Now here I'm not really afraid of any spilling because this doesn't go to any opening. So there you go. There you have your first flap. Make sure it's lined up here. And that is folded over. I've spilled a little bit of this glue. This is really great glue. I get it in the Netherlands from the shop Action. It's an all-purpose glue and it rubs off really easily. I think the Action shop is also in Belgium and Germany. So for the rest of the world, I'm sorry, you'll have to figure out your own kind of glue to use. Now this is the next one, and I want to glue the whole flap inside. Now of course I may figure out later that's easier, because I do want to cover the insides, to do that first before you glue them all in. But I've just decided this time around to get cracking on gluing the parts all together. In a sense, it helps to keep the oversight of where you are putting what. It may be a bit more tricky to put in the pretty papers afterwards. Now I do want this envelope to be kind of like in the middle. Doesn't have to be precise, so I'm not measuring now, but just, you know, eyeball it here and there and make sure that is glued together. So there you go. Now you've got a pocket here, you've got the large pocket here, and you've got also a large pocket here. So that's already 3 pockets. Then take the small envelope, turn it over, put the flap on the other side, and this is the way I want to glue it all to the edge of this envelope. Come to think of it, This, of course, is an envelope as well, which contains a pocket. So where do I want a pocket there? Do I want it on the top or do I want it on the side? Now that's a good question. I already have the top pocket here. Maybe I'll put it on the side as well. Or you can, of course, choose to have a pocket here and a pocket there. But then I have to make an opening there, which means slicing off a little bit from the top. Okay, I'm not going to do that this time. I'll make the opening here. So I'll cut off a tiny, tiny, tiny sliver from this side because I do want to use all the pockets I can get. Now this is just a few millimeters, about 2 millimeters I guess, which is in inches. 1/4 inch, less than a 1/4 inch I guess. So there you go. So now you've got an opening in the front cover as well. There you go. So let me fold this. Now I'm going to fold it all the way over so that I know what the middle is. Okay, I'll just use my bone folder to make a sharp crease. And now, of course, it's not straight. Well, that's great. That's what I mean. You see me making all these mistakes. Okay, and then I goes like so. This will be covered by paper, so the extra crease doesn't really matter. It will be covered. You won't be able to see that. So there you go. Now let's take the small envelope. So you've taken the back, folded it over. Now we put on a bit of glue on the whole flap. Just smear the glue out a little bit. And then I want it to go... Do I want it in the middle? Do I want it at the edge? What's nice? You could do, of course, like this, stagger it a bit, or like so, or up and down. Maybe I'll be boring and do it straight. Although nothing is boring in Craftland. If you like it, it's not boring. It's just your preference. So this is my preference for now. Kind of like in the middle here. Make sure it lines up. Glue it all down. And there you have your next pocket. Then Opa, Granddad, goes at the bottom upside down. I'm sure he doesn't mind. So this one, you have to put the glue. Am I still in frame? Almost. You have to put the glue on the outside of the envelope flap. Because that's the one that you are, the side that you'll put down. So smear it out a bit. So there you go. Pop it in the middle, kind of like in the middle. Make sure it lines up. Come on, gotta line up. Line up, line up. Thank you. Okay. Okay, there you go. Now, if you spilled a bit of glue all the way around here, it doesn't matter because we're going to put some pretty paper here as well. So, yay! That's it. That's your basic, how do you say, the basis of your envelope folio journal. So, this is the front. Let's glue on the front paper on the front. Now I know this envelope is too big, but you can always kind of coffee or tea dye that, or I might use a bit of gesso. Now my gesso is white, but I may stain it with some tea. Now of course for these papers you can also use a glue stick. This is a Scotch Mexico classic. I got it on holiday a few years ago even in France. And I'll just use it in the middle. Now, of course, you can go all the way to the edges. You do have to be careful to glue these edges well. Now, where's my glue book? I normally use a glue book. Let me just get my glue book. Okay. This is just like a brochure that I got in the mail, and now it's easy for me to go all the way to the edges so that I won't get it on my craft mat, because I don't want glue on my craft mat because it may ruin whatever next paper I'm going to put on it. So now I really go to the edges. It's sticking on my paper, and then I put this down. So next time I use that, I'll take a different page to glue on. Okay, ooh, it's really strong glue because I pulled a bit off of the paper on my back. Now again, I'm just eyeballing this. If you want to, of course, you can measure that it's totally straight in the middle. Now I've got glue on my fingers. Okay, there you go. Now that's already looking very pretty, isn't it? Love it. Yay. Now let's fold that. The envelopes. Use my bone folder. Of course, you don't have to use the bone folder. You can use your fingernail or a knife. As long as you put the knife not like so, because you may, especially if it's corrugated, you may cut the paper. So take a blunt knife and go over it like so to get a crisp edge. So there you go, that's your cover. Now the inside. We're going to cover with these gorgeous papers. Now, of course, I could use the pretty pages in here, but I don't want to cover up these pages. So if you want to put any extra pockets here, which I think I will, I may want to use some of the background pages. Maybe this one. Well, let's see. What else? Now, I won't put any pocket, or am I going to put a pocket? Because of course in the ephemera there are little pockets. You can put pockets on here and on here. Oh, choices, choices you have to make in life. I could use more of the background papers, which are these. Actually, I either may use that or I may use this. Maybe I'll use this one. I love this one. It's so, so gorgeous. I'm not gonna cover up everything. At least I don't intend to. Okay. All right. You know, you can take ages and ages to, you know, choose and no, this one, no, that one, no, the other one. Oh, no. Just pick one. Just pick one. It'll be fine. It's all very, very pretty. Doesn't really matter in the end because all the papers go together. They're gorgeous. Now glue this one, glue it in the middle with your glue stick or any other glue that you prefer. You could of course do this also with tape if you've got double-sided tape, and if that's your preference to use, it's no problem at all. Now, when you use a glue book or a book to glue in, it's not a proper glue book, but a book to glue it in, just when you turn the page, make sure you don't put the page in where you just glued, because it may well, the page will get stuck to the book. And you don't want that to happen, so that's why you see me going down, moving further down the page. Now, let's be careful because this is quite strong glue. I'm not gonna glue it to my finger again. Make sure you put it the right way up. In the middle. There's my fold. There's my fold. Careful, careful, careful. No, it's not right. Wait, wait for me. Okay. Yeah, kind of like so. Ah, it's still not right, is it? I know, I heard you. Careful, careful, careful that it doesn't tear. Of course, now it's curling up and it does make it harder to put it down straight when the edges are curled. Okay, third try. Don't. Gosh, this is strong glue. If you use liquid glue like this one, if I would have used this one, I would have had wriggle time. Now with this tape, let me just take a tissue because I've got glue on my fingers. This is a clean tissue. So with this glue, you have more wriggle time to move it around, but this is quite strong glue where you can't wriggle around your page with that glue, or at least so I noticed right now. So let's glue down. So we'll just cover all the pages. Now, and we'll take care of the edges later. This one, what do I want on this one? This one is quite nice, isn't it? Oh, the little ladies, that nice? That is nice. Now, if you want to use this the way I do that, what I've learned from Pam from the Paper Outpost, you may know her, is to just put a little dot here. I do want to have like a little bit of white going around the edge, just a little bit. So on the paper, put some marks. Then I do the same here at the bottom. Am I in view? Hope I am. So again, yeah, what did I do? Yeah, so I just did it here and not all the way to the bottom because I want the lady's head to be in here. If I would put the paper like so, I lose part of her head. So that's why I shoved it down a little bit. So you've got a head in, so that's why I'll have to cut off a little bit from the bottom. And then the envelope goes till here. So that's where I will cut. I'll take my, you see this is the, I already had a ruler, didn't I? Okay, I've got two rulers. This is the easy thing about working on the glass mat. I don't need to get my cutting mat out. So, can I still see my marks? I think I can. I see this one. Now I'm gonna line it up with the edge. And I'm gonna line it up with my glass mat. So making sure I go all the way on the thick line, all the way down. But I may not cut all the way down, but at least now I know I've got it straight. But I'll just eyeball it to where I think about here. That should, maybe my knife is a bit blunt. That should be enough. So then this part I can use to cover something else. Now, here is, let me put it like so. Here is the other. Well, I know you can probably not see it, but I see it. I line it up. I'm not sure if I'm in frame now. I'm sorry if I am not. But I'll be with you soon. Very soon. Make it straight. Line it up with the edge. Straight. Is it straight? I think it's straight. Okay, and I think I just eyeball this where my starting point. Yeah, that came loose. Now, can I still find my little dot here? No, 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 sorry, can't. So, I have to do that one again. And it is, yeah, it was about right here. Yep. So, to line it up. Have I lost it? No, not again. No, I haven't. I got it. You may not be able to see this. Lining it up again. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's straight. And then it was wonky. I should take my own advice to heart, shouldn't I? Is it straight now? I think it is. Yep, should be. So, yeah. Oh, I did quite well, I think. Where's my line? There it is. There it is. Okay, from about here, because I can see I cut here. So it's about here. Now I will go all the way down. Oh, I was pretty good here. Just a little bit. There you go. And just a little bit here. Now you can always keep this to make nice edgings. So I'm not gonna throw that out. Now, the moment of truth. Why do I have glue on this? You probably saw me do this, didn't you? Oh no. Oh, it goes off very easily. Oh, that's good. Excellent. A bit of Scotch Create glue, so Scotch Classic glue. There you go. That's really nice. Now I've got a dot on here, which I don't want. Okay, take my glue book. Take a clean page. Make sure you take the edges. And of course the inside. And now Opa, Granddad, gets covered. Poor Granddad. Sure he doesn't mind. Okay. Now you got this pretty lady. Let me take this again because I've got a bit of glue on my fingers. Now here I did get over it, so I'll just rub that off. Now I can take a bit of this paper and pop it on there. Now, of course you see that this pocket now has a V in it. Now you can either make the V, which is, you know, it may be hard to do. So I don't think I will. I think I'll just keep it open here at the top, which means this piece will not be covered. So we'll do the same trick again. I line it up with a little bit of white from the envelope at the side, and I'll pop a little dot here. Hope I can see that. I'll make it a little stripe. I can see that better, otherwise I'll lose it again. And I'll do one over here. That's it. Just 2 dots should do. Yeah. So I'll line it up here. Make sure the edge is straight. And then I kind of, where is my, yeah, here is my side. So I'll cut till about there. That's the way I do it, just to save on the other bits of paper. Is it, oh, it didn't go all the way through. It didn't go all the way through. Now, should have checked that first, because now it's harder to line it up. Go over it again. lined. Yeah, maybe I should change the blade on this little craft knife. Yeah, now it's okay. And here is the line. Line up the edge. Have it straight till the cut is about there. There you go. Okay, so this part I'll pop over on this. So now I will choose to use this glue because it's easier to maneuver. Okay, I will do a little bit under here so that it sticks. The reason why I'm not using the Scotch Create glue is that I don't want to go over the edges now because I'm keeping a little white edge. And this one is a bit more precise. Smear it out with the side of the tip of your glue, at least that's what I like to do. And now I'm putting it on. Yeah, just about fits. There you go. Now that's pretty already, isn't it? Really nice. So let's do double check that there's no glue spread in here. Let's do that. Don't want to put in my whole hand. My whole hand is too thick. So you can't put your hand in now, but you can put a piece of paper in here. And there you go. You see, that's why I chose kind of the calmer background, because then if you put picture images here, it's calmer. I know this is still busy, but if I had put in a really busy image here, then this would be very busy. Although, of course, you could put like a notepad here as well. There's loads of options. So let's do this envelope. What shall we put there? Now, I do want a paper that coordinates well. Another blue? No, not another blue. This one I think I may use on the other side of that. Well, then I can do this one. And of course, these pages that I'm using now, you can print again if you also want them in the actual journal that is going in the middle. So, isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, again, you've got a top and a bottom, but we'll cover that. I will use half of this and maybe use the scissor on the inside. So let's just... I do a light crease because I want to cut this. Actually, no, I'll do it on here. So I made the light crease, so I'll line up with my ruler inside. I line it up with this. So make the ruler straight. Now I know it's straight. Flip it open and cut. There you go. Glue book. This is still sticky. This one isn't. No. I'll use a new page. Okay. Glue stick. Do the edges and the middle. The other edge, this edge. Okay, I'll close this now because I don't want to use that page again and get glue all over my next page. Let's not make that mistake. Okay, I'll pop it in the middle. Hopefully it goes right the first time round this time. Okay, I'll take this Make sure you push the edges down well. You see, this image goes really nice with this background. Beautiful, love it. Really, really nice. Okay. Let's take the other half of that page, pop it on the inside. You see, it just covers this, which is great. Okay, glue book. This is a new page. Yeah, this one is stuck together. New page. Okay, and if you're making one as well, let me know how it's going. If you have any questions, pop them below this video. Hopefully I can help you with it. Let me also know what kind of papers you're using. Are you using any of Natalie's kits from LineDotArrow or any other papers? Okay, now let's get this the right way up. In the middle. Now I'm lining this up as well, this edge with this edge, so that it's all nicely spaced. Personally, I like that. If you want to do it any other way, that's all fine. You can do everything and anything that you like. It's all personal preferences. Oh, isn't it pretty? It's getting so pretty. Like this. Okay, so this one and this one I'll cover, and I will cover a little bit of the inside here as well, because I don't want to see that gray. Okay, what shall we do here? I want an image. Another, oh, I love this. Another dress form. So you've got a dress form here, you've got a maybe this one, because this image quite looks like this, because they're both turned that way. So I don't want similar images one behind the other. I like a bit of diversity, so I think I'll put this one here. Now, same technique, a little bit of space from the envelope, put a dot where you want to cut it, and also here about 2 millimeters, maybe just less than 1/4 inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch. And then I haven't lost it again, have I? No. I can see it right and clear there. Now, I hope am I still in frame? I think I am. So I have to put this high because I need to see the board here at the bottom, which you can't see. Here at the bottom, I need to be able to see the stripe. So I'll line it up, straight edge on the top, and then the bottom. Line your ruler up. Is it straight or is it not straight? Of course, you can use, you know, your paper cutter, but mine, apart from my guillotine, which is quite large, which you can't really use here on my desk, because my desk is full of stuff. You don't see it, but I see it. Stuff everywhere. So that's all my other paper cutters are just blunt, so can't use them. Oh, no, I did cut the whole length. Now, never mind, because I can actually use this here on the inside of the envelope. So let's put that there. Now, here it is at the bottom. Hopefully you can see it better now, because I think I was a bit of frame. Line it up. Here is my mark. Line up your ruler over there and cut. There you go. Okay. Glue book. Glue book. This, okay, this was used, but I can do it in the middle because this is a smaller image. Just be careful if you use the same page again in the book that you use for gluing, you don't put it in your glue, because you'll ruin your image, your paper. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Sticky stuff on my fingers. Okay, so actually it's I do actually quite like, even though this is the first time that I'm doing this, I think actually it was a good idea to first put your base together, because then like what I did now, you can see which image goes behind which image, and you can kind of see that they're all coordinated. At least that's what I like to do. So actually that was a good idea. Great. Now this strip that I just cut off, I'll use on the inside here. Okay, now you can also always choose if you want it like this or if you want it like this. I actually quite like it with the flowers in the middle. So I want this to go from top to bottom, so I'll make a little mark here right at the edge. And then cut that off. Sorry if I'm making too much noise with my ruler, I just realized. When you're crafting, you don't really notice. But you probably do notice when you're listening. Sorry about that. Okay, glue book. I'll take a clean page now. Ooh, my glue is almost gone, but I do have more. That is the thing. Oh, there you go. That was my glue. You do use quite a bit of glue if you glue it like this. So make sure you have enough glue on hand, or several glue sticks, because you may go through several with this project. Okay, now, as said, this is not, do I want it like so? Because then you see a little bit all these roses. That's actually quite nice. No, I think I'll, because there are roses here too, I think I'll do it like this. So now I do know some people who kind of open up the sides of these envelopes before. I should have cut it a bit shorter. A bit shorter. And you may want to do that as well. But I didn't feel like opening up all these envelopes, which may make it a bit harder to put what I like for what I'm doing now, especially if you did it with the glue stick and you cannot really maneuver your paper up and down that much because it won't let you. Oh, come on, go in, you can do it. You can do it, honey, move. Okay, yeah, can wriggle it a little bit, make sure it goes to the edge because I don't want to see any of that gray. Okay, think I'm okay. Think I am okay. Let's press this down. Yeah. Yes, yay. Okay. Okay, how are we doing time-wise? Ooh. Lots of time flies by when you do this. So anyway, let's leave it at that. So next time we'll go on. So this is what we got so far. I'll do that one more time. What is that? I have no idea. Well, it goes off. I've got tissue glued on my fingers now. Okay, so there you go. This is, sorry if I'm shaking the camera. This is the front, the back, beautiful. Absolutely love this paper. So you've got one pocket here, a large pocket. then you open it up. You've got a pocket over here. Of course, this flips up and we still have to cover the back. Same here. This flips down and we still have to cover this side, and then you've got a pocket right here. Here, of course, maybe we'll do like a notepad or something here, which is great. Then this one opens out like so, but you've got a large pocket here. You've got a large pocket here. This one opens out like so. This will have to cover still, and then you've got a large pocket here, or smaller pocket. And then the journal itself will go right here in the middle. You could even, you know, so say the journal goes in here, you could even cover it like so with this, and then you have to open this first before you get to the actual journal part. But you know, we can decide on that later. So there you go. I hope you liked and enjoyed this. This is part 1, and hope to see you again in part 2. Bye bye.